what the light is doing on in the lodge hall at this time of night. Well, we'll soon find out.
Oh, hi, Andy.
What's going on here, Kingfish?
Well, I just getting my belongings together to make room for the new Kingfish. I going away.
Going away?
Well, today I lost my 5th job in 2 months. Andy, I's a failure.
Well, Kingfish, you knowed you was a failure before, but it ain't never kept you up this late.
Well, I went over my record before, and in all my life I discovered that I ain't never held a job more than 1 day.
Wait a minute, Kingfish. What about that job you had with the construction company? You was on that more than 1 day.
Oh, that was luck. You see, I fell off a ladder into a tub of cement, and it took them 36 hours to chip me out.
Well, at least you got overtime. You know, Kingfish, maybe you lost confidence in yourself. Maybe you got an inferiority complex like I had.
What do you mean, Andy?
Oh, I was in bad shape. I even went to one of them mental doctors and had him to psychoanalyze me.
Well, did he find you had an inferiority complex?
Well, he said I didn't have no complexes at all. I was just plain inferior.
Well, you know, Andy, my wife Sapphire has been hopping on me because I ain't got no money. I'm going to throw in the sponge. I'm going to leave my friends and my wife and forget about the whole business. I'm going to be a fugitive from civilization.
Well, where is you figuring on fuging to?
Well, I don't know, Andy. It don't make no difference. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to spin this globe, and then I'm going to stop it at ransom with my finger, and that's where I'm going. Yeah, Andy, I want to go 3,000 or 4,000 miles from civilization on some desolate waste.
Oh, where'd you stop at?
Jersey City.
Oh, that's no good, Kingfish. Sapphire can always drag you back through the Holland Tunnel. Let me spin it for you.
All right, Andy, this is going to be it. What you got there?
Kingfish, did you ever hear of a country called Longtitude?
Seems like I heard something like that. But there ain't no use in going there because I don't speak the language.
Hi, fellas.
Oh, hi, Amos.
Say, what's going on here anyway?
Well, Amos the Kingfish here says he's a failure. Says he don't fit in no job or nothing, and he's running away.
Now, just a minute, Kingfish. This is crazy. We can't let you do nothing like this.
Well, don't worry about it, Amos. You can't be no help.
Just a minute, Kingfish. Maybe I can be some help. So you figures that you can't make a success at nothing, is that right?
Well, what about it?
Well, it so happens that every morning I drive a man to work by the name of Mr. Gladstone. Now, he's the director of the Vocational Guidance Center.
Vocational Guidance Center? Well, what that got to do with me?
Well, now, they works on the theory that there's at least one thing every man does well and can make a success at. And they give tests to find out what that thing is.
Then you mean that there may be something I can do good and I don't even know about?
That's right, Kingfish. So why don't you go up and see this man tomorrow morning? I'm sure he can help you.
Yeah, Kingfish, that sure sounds like something you can take a chance on.
Well, thank you, Amos. I might do that. Yeah, I think I'll go over there tomorrow morning. Well, the thing is, Mr. Gladstone, I can't think of a single thing that I could be a success at.
Well, if you could, Mr. Stevens, you wouldn't be here now. With a series of tests, it is our job to determine your mental aptitude and to find out just where your talent lies.
Oh, I see what you mean. Well, just when do I start taking these tests?
Now, let me look at our schedule here. There's another gentleman going to take the test tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock, and you can both take them at the same time.
Oh, thank you, sir. You know, I got a feeling that this is the beginning of a new start in life for me. I ain't gonna stop at nothing to be a success. I'm gonna do everything I can. I'm gonna be a success at any cost.
That's just wonderful, Mr. Stevens, just wonderful.
Pardon me, this yours?
No.
My name is Stevens.
How do you do? My name is Walker.
Is you a failure like I is?
No, I'm merely here to properly evaluate my intellect.
in order that I may satisfactorily perform an economic readjustment.
Oh, you don't say so. Oh, no. I just here to see how to make a buck. Now, you see, the director of this here place wants to judge my mental aptitude.
Well, gentlemen, we're about to start a series of tests, which I'm sure will prove to be a tremendous aid to both of you. Now, the first of these tests is a very simple test of coordination to appraise your mechanical ability. Now, there are no two holes alike, and there are no two pegs alike, so you must fit the proper peg in the proper hole. Now, you will be allowed 10 minutes for this test. You may begin. All right, time is up. Now we come to the written portion of our test. There are 6 tests in all, and each test will take 15 minutes. Now, you may begin just as soon as I hand you your papers. All right, you may begin. Time is up. I'll take your papers. Now we come to the concluding test. This is to determine your perceptive artistic ability. We want you to draw from memory a horse. And in drawing it, we want you to make it as detailed, accurate, and as true to form as possible. Now then, are there any questions?
Yeah, you want a jockey on him?
No.
Yes, sir.
Very well. You may begin. All right, gentlemen, this concludes our test. We will evaluate your papers during the course of the day, and Mr. Gladstone will call you about our findings tomorrow morning.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, sir. They just finished, Mr. Gladstone.
Good, I'll take the test.
This is Mr. Walker's,
All right.
and this is Mr. Stevens.
Quite nice.
Hello? Oh, Mr. Gladstone.
Oh, hello, Mr. Stevens. We've just completed tabulating your test.
Well, I could have done a whole lot better if I'd have had more time.
Oh, no, Mr. Stevens. I have wonderful news for you. Your tests indicate that you have an exceptional talent, of which I guess you aren't aware. It has obviously been dormant.
Well, I had a job as doorman once, but even that didn't work out.
Well, Mr. Stevens, why don't you come down to the office this morning and I'll tell you all about it.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. I'll be right over.
Oh, how are you, Mr. Stevens?
Oh, I'm fine, Mr. Gladstone. Well, what's the big news? Where do I make my fortune?
Well, Mr. Stevens, you show a remarkable aptitude in many fields. But there's one field where you show an outstanding talent.
Well, I knowed I was loaded with talent, but I didn't know just what direction the load went.
Mr. Stevens, you are an artist.
Mr. Gladstone, my left ear been kind of flapping closed on me here lately. Would you let me have that again? What's my talent?
You are an artist, Mr. Stevens, and your particular type of art has great commercial possibilities. There is where your future lies.
Is you talking about, drawing stuff?
Well, this can't be too much of a surprise to you, Stevens. You must have made drawings before this.
Well, I did once in a while, but my wife always used them to line the trash basket with.
Well, Mr. Stevens, I'm here to state without qualification that you are capable of earning $100 a week as a commercial artist. I can guarantee that.
$100 a week?
Why, yes, after seeing that drawing of the horse, I know with that kind of talent you can draw anything.
Oh, yeah. You know I can draw pigs, too. They're even easier for me, because they ain't got so much hair on their head.
Well, look, Stevens, I'll tell you what to do. Brush up on your drawings for a month. Get your technique down, and then we'll get you a job.
I'll do that. And thanks for everything, Mr. Gladstone. I admit I'm a little rough around the edges, but the chance is I'll end up a big artist.
I'm quite sure of that.
And the man guaranteed me that in 30 days I'd be making $100 a week.
Oh, George, that sounds wonderful, but what is it that you're fitted for? What is your talent?
I ain't gonna tell you, honey, until I brushes up on it. But in 3 or 4 weeks, you're gonna know the good news.
Oh, George, can't you give me just a hint?
Well, honey, if you had kept your eyes open when you were lining the trash basket, you know what I'm talking about.
George, you got my curiosity up about this $100 a week. This is the most wonderful thing that ever happened to us.
Yeah, now I got to go get ready for everything. I'll see you later.
Okay, Georgie. Bye.
Bye-bye, dear.
Kingfish, you heard the man right? He said you artist.
Oh, no doubt about it, Andy. I'm even going to be better than this fella, Leonardo Comiskey.
Kingfish, I always thought that artists had long hair.
Yeah?
Of course, if you're an artist, you can paint some on.
Yeah, either that or else I'm going to let the fringe around here get a little shaggy.
Yeah.
You know, Andy, this is going to make a perfect studio for me. You see, I got the north light coming in here.
Yeah, well, where is you going to do the painting?
Oh, right there. That's where I'm going to put my weasel.
Yeah. You know, Kingfish, I've been thinking here. You say there ain't going to be no money coming in for a month. Now, where is you going to get the money to buy paints and brushes and stuff like that?
Well, Brother Andy, that's one of the things that I wanted to talk to you about. Sit right down there, art lover. Well, Andy, for a long time, I know you had great appreciation for the masters of the art.
I is, huh?
But, Andy, seeing how you like art, I'm going to give you a chance to develop the cultured side of your life.
Well, what you mean?
Well, by you giving me $50, that's going to give you the opportunity of becoming a matron of the arts.
$50, huh? Well, what does I get for the 50?
Well, Andy, I'm going to give you my first 15 masterpieces.
Well, does you know what they're going to be?
Let me think here. I'm going to give you a picture of a horse, a pig, and maybe a giraffe. 2 landscapes, a house, and 3-4 sunsets.
Yeah, well, how about something a little higher class? Something like an Indian sleeping on a horse.
All right, Andy. I'll throw in a couple of sleepy Indians.
Yeah, well, I can't go wrong with nothing like this, Kingfish. Come on down to the bank. I'll get the money for you.
Andy, you're in on the ground floor.
Yeah.
Help me with this thing here.
Oh, sure.
Well, Andy, here's another one. I just been going an hour and a half here and done knocked out 14 paintings.
Yeah, this is 14 now. That leaves one more to go. Wait a minute, Kingfish. You said you was going to paint me a couple of sleepy Indians. Where's the Indians?
But now, Andy, you know as well as I do that it's too hot for them Indians to sleep out there in that sun. They're in the wigwam.
Oh.
Well, you got one more coming. Let's see what you got here. There's the pig. There's the horse. And there's the landscape. Now, Andy, what would you like for the last one to be?
Let's see. Kingfish, I see the jungle scene once with a tiger in it. Could you give me one of them?
Well, that ought not be too hard for me. I'll just draw a little horse and put some lines on him. One tiger coming up.
Hi, Kingfish. Hello, Andy. What's the matter?
The Kingfish done found out he's the artist. He's painting a masterpiece.
Well, there it is. Hiya, Calhoun.
Hi, Kingfish.
Well, there's another one, Andy.
Yeah, let's see what we got here. Just want to make sure this was the right size.
Calhoun, you're holding it too close.
Oh. Yeah. Now I think I got it, Kingfish. Yes, sir, I know what it is. And it's darn good, too. Yes, sir, that's a blue plate special with spare ribs.
A jungle scene with a tiger and a sunset.
It is, huh? Well, whatever it is, it sure looks good enough to eat.
Oh, you ought to see some of his other pictures.
Yeah? Oh, yeah. Yeah, now here's one. Now, this one is nicer than that jungle scene.
Oh, no, Calhoun. That's the thing he wipes his brushes on.
Yeah. Well, Kingfish, frankly, I ain't been around many artists, and I guess I just don't understand that kind of thing.
Well, Calhoun, you don't understand it. Andy don't understand it. And to tell you the truth, I don't understand it myself. But for $100 a week, I'm going to keep on slopping away.
Yeah, that's what the man said.
Well, I guess the man knows what he's talking about, all right.
Well, I got about 15 more minutes before lunch. I guess I'll knock out a couple more paintings.
Yeah.
Where my palette?
Well, you had it a minute ago.
Yeah, it ought to be around here somewhere.
Calhoun, what is you trying to pull here?
Huh?
Yeah, hold still, ya Calhoun. Not bad. Not bad at all.
What?
Yeah, that might even be better than the tiger.
Oh, my goodness. Look at that mess. And my good suit, too. Kingfish, what I gonna do?
Well, Calhoun, until you can get home and clean it up, the best thing to do is hang a sign on there, wet paint.
Oh.
No, Andy. I feel kind of bad about not letting Sapphire know what I'm doing. After all, this is my hour of triumph, and I think she should share the joy with me.
Yeah, she suffered with you through the bad times. She ought to be able to enjoy the good ones.
Yeah, wait a minute here. Andy, I'm going to take all these paintings that I made this morning, and I'm going to take them home and show Sapphire what a glorious future I had.
Now, wait a minute, Kingfish. Remember, you just borrowing these pictures.
I know, Andy. I'll bring them back.
Okay.
Well, honey, I see you've been doing some shopping.
Oh, yes, George. We spent an awful lot of money. But they're the things I've always wanted. And with your job starting in a month, why, we haven't anything to worry about. Well, George, how do you like my new outfit?
Oh, honey, it's beautiful, just beautiful. I'm glad you got it.
Yes, indeed. It's just wonderful what money can do. Well, I guess I better start getting supper.
All righty, Mama.
Well, honey, I wasn't going to tell you about my talent till I really started making money at it. But I just can't hold out no longer. Honey, go into the bedroom and feast your eyes.
Oh, George, this is so exciting. I've been so anxious to know what it is.
Oh, I know, honey. The beauty of the thing done struck you speechless. Oh, don't try to talk, honey. I know your heart is too full of emotion.
George, is that how you expect to earn the money?
Well, that's what the man told me. He say I had double genius.
Oh. Pepper, what's the matter? Mama, in there. That's how George expects to make his money. Oh, George, how could you? How could you?
Well, honey, you don't understand.
Oh. Pepper,
Send the things back.
Now, wait a minute. What's going on here? Don't you two appreciate art?
a 3-year-old child could do better than that. You have no artistic talent. This is ridiculous.
Ridiculous, huh? Well, a smarter person than you told me that I had loads of talent. The greatest he done ever seen.
George Stevens, you're out of your head.
Yes, this crazy idea of yours has got us into worse trouble than we've ever been in.
All right, go ahead and insult me. I guess Grandma Moses had to go through the same thing.
Grandma Moses.
Yes. And see that you two don't appreciate what I'm doing, I'm going down now and take those pictures and show them to Mr. Gladstone and tell him what you said. And make you eat your words. Eat your words. And you mean I ain't got no talent then?
No, you haven't, Mr. Stevens. None at all.
Mr. Gladstone.
Yes.
I checked on it, and I don't know how to explain it. But somehow I got Mr. Stevens' test mixed up with Mr. Walker's test.
Oh.
I'm very sorry, Mr. Stevens. I don't know what to say about it.
That's all right, Harper.
Well, Mr. Gladstone, you certainly done got me into a fine mess. My wife done went out and spent a fortune on clothes. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Stevens, this is the first mistake of this kind we have made in 22 years. And I do feel responsible for the whole thing. You were enjoying your work, weren't you, Mr. Stevens?
Oh, yes, sir. I was really getting a boot out of it. But I guess I wasn't going no place.
Well, look, Stevens, I'm sorry for giving you the wrong information. But as long as you like the type of work you were doing, I think we can arrange something along those lines to get you out of your financial difficulties.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Gladstone. I really appreciate it. Because now that I've been doing it a day or two, I'd certainly hate to get out of the art world. Oh, $100 a week. $100 a week. $100 a